Well, you know, you probably have done it if you're a parent. Parents need a little peace and quiet, maybe hurting their children's hearing by putting headphones on those little ears. We get advice from family doctor Jane Sadler. Some of the headphones that you buy for the little ones will tell you, oh, these are fine because they just don't get that loud.
Well, they may not be fine. A study came out from one of the local papers that looked at 30 different headphones and found that over half were not safe for children.
Right. And what kind of damage does that do in the long? I know those of us who went to a certain number of rock concerts in our younger days, but if you're doing that kind of damage to a child at age 3 or 4 or 5, that's even worse?
Oh, yes, far worse. You damage their little tiny hair cells in their ears, and once you have hearing loss, it's permanent.
Yeah. And so, yeah, something that can't be recovered. Because those of us who have suffered some hearing loss probably thinking, well, you know, someday they'll come up with a cure. So far, no fix.
Yeah. No cure. No.
A concern for both children and adolescents. How much music do kids listen to?
Oh, well, kids listen to music over several hours a day. What's important is that we limit not only the volume of music, but also the duration of time that they're on the phones.
Right, and how do we know whether or not, you got a couple of kinds of headphones here. You got the ones that go in the ear. Better or worse?
These may not be better. These may indeed be worse. These are cheap little earbuds. You can get them for just $, and they go right up against the eardrum because they're snuggled tight within the ear canal. And that music goes right up against the ear.
Is this a little bit better? If the volume is about the same, is the one that covers the ear and is on the outside a little bit better at least?
These are more noise canceling headphones, and so these do tend to be more safe. But again, it's always important to limit volume and duration of time that you listen to the music.
What would you, it probably depends on the age, but maybe no more than an hour a day. You don't want those things stuck on the kids' heads.
Absolutely. So you want about 60% of max volume for about 60 minutes a day is the recommended time.
And we were just talking about something that's fair, not that new, but you know, a lot of people aren't even aware of them. The bone conduction ones. This actually doesn't go in the ear or over the ear. It goes and actually conducts through the bones in your head. A little bit safer. You got to watch the volume still.
Well, what's nice about these is you can still hear my conversation.
Right.
And that's what's important about these. And especially if you're walking in the street, because of the high number of pedestrian accidents related to people not being able to hear cars around them. These are definitely safer if you're walking in the street, if you're a pedestrian.
A real quick measure, how do I know if it's too loud? If I see the little one sitting down there on the floor playing a video game, how do I know if that volume's too loud?
If you hear that volume, it's too loud.
Okay.
Duration, distance, decibels. Keep your decibels below 85.
Great advice. A link to Dr. Sadler's practice on fox4news.com. Thanks very much for coming in.